And I'm thinking maybe I'm going to break off the crypto segment and the stock segment separate. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you guys would prefer that or one big video altogether. I am due to start teaching in just about 20 minutes, so we're going to be short on this video, just about 15 minutes. Let me stream this out and share it on Twitter. I know that there has been a lot of hacking going on, so I just want to remind you guys, please, please, please be careful. Try to use extra secure browsers. I have switched over to Brave. I also use Signal for my text messaging. And what else? Just make sure that everything, VPN as well. I use Norton for VPN. So virtual whatever it is, just make sure that you're safe, right? Because there's hacking of all sorts of things going on right now, and worst thing would be that you end up being hurt because you didn't prepare yourself just really quickly. All right, let me get the live stream up and going, see if there's anybody joining me bright and early on a Thursday. I do see that some people are here. Hello, Anonymous. All right, let's get into crypto. We're going to rock through it in the next 13 minutes. Oops, there's my watch list for today. You guys can see it. I do build it live every single morning. All right, Bitcoin. I called it out before when we had this breakdown over here that it would likely pull back down to that 36,000 mark. In fact, it did. It came all the way down to 30. This is actually a 425 EMA on the daily chart. Please talk about Aladdin from Blackstone. I think they are manipulating the market. Aladdin may be related to a bigger AI. Well, you know what, Anonymous? They are definitely manipulating the market. In fact, I saw a 4chan comment saying that they were intentionally going to take Bitcoin down to 30,000 in order to get out one influential player in the Bitcoin world, a whale. And then they were likely going to take it up to 70,000. So take it with a grain of salt. Technically, it definitely looked like it was ready for a breakdown and down to that 36,000 mark. Now, I'd be keeping it on watch to see, is it going to be able to break above this downward trend, right? If we don't break above this downward trend, this would be a potential perfect point to enter for that next move to the downside. So keep all of that on watch. We are just testing it over here on that 4-hour chart, and I'm not so sure that it's going to continue. We have China that has said, no, we're not going to take any more cryptocurrency. They do a lot of mining in Mongolia. So if someone is no longer allowed to buy cryptocurrency, but they're allowed to hold it, that's sort of, that puts them in a tough spot. If they're mining, they're generating more crypto to hold on to. So does that mean that they're going to be shutting down the mining that's going on in China? Right? That could really drop the hash rate. FINRA OTC website exposed them. Yes. Oh, yeah. They are big market manipulators. And today at 2 o'clock, I believe, we have the SEC closed door meeting. You can see, look at that, 11,000 trackers and ads blocked using Brave. So check it out. Closed door meeting, not May 7th, but upcoming meetings. Let's go to upcoming events. May 20th today at 2 p.m. Oh no, it was canceled. Really? Seriously, they keep doing this. Sorry guys, I thought that it was going to happen today, but it doesn't have a new date that I can see unless they push it forward. Let's look really quickly. Did they push it forward to the 27th? No, they didn't. All right, so Bitcoin pulling back. Ethereum as well pulled back. It had head and shoulders on the 4-hour chart over here. Shoulder, head, shoulder, pulled back down, found a bit of a support, then broke through that as well. Came down, closed down here at 24.48. Is rebounding a little bit, but potentially going to hit this exponential moving average and roll back to the downside. The ones that I am loving, right? I've talked about not the FINRA, excuse me, ISO 2022 coins definitely had their pullbacks as well. The entire crypto market has been manipulated. much like the stocks. It's not as easy to track. However, yesterday's crash was intentional. It was intentional, and a great point at which to add, right? I was able to add at 108 over here and add at 37 for XLM over here. So down here when it bounced off of the 200 exponential moving average, I saw as well that somebody had put, hey, you want to make sure that you have limit orders in case there's a flash crash. These sorts of things can happen at any time of the day. It could happen while you're sleeping. So if you have a fill order to be able to get in at a price that you would like, given that you see value in the longer term, it's a great thing to do. Set up a limit buy order if it fits your criteria and it fits your trading strategy. Remember, I am not a financial advisor. This is all my opinion. So please take it with a grain of salt and do your own research before you invest. But looking at this, we've seen that this came down. It hit the 425 EMA as well. Maybe you guys should put the 425 EMA on your daily chart for crypto, right? When XLM is pulling back and hitting it, Bitcoin pulls back and bounces off of it. Hey, that's two influential coins that have had a big movement. Dogecoin as well pulled back for a nice retracement all the way back down to a low of 21.50 right here, 21.50 cents. That's pretty amazing if you were able to grab that. Personally, I took out my initial investment when we were up here at 67 cents. So all of this is profit. It can just grow in the future. That's the way that I like to personally trade. Take out my initial investment, roll it over into another coin, and then do the same thing, rinse and repeat. We also have XDC, Zinfin. This had a nice correction as well, 50% pullback. So added there on the 50% pullback. Down at 5.7 over here. The market makers can see your limit orders. They push it down, buy your stuff on the low, and then sell it on the high rate. Yes, and they can also see stops. So when you put in a stop in the middle of the day, how frustrating is it that all of a sudden they take the price action down, ding, they hit your stop up to new highs. The algorithms are written to manipulate with people's brains. So keep that in mind. That's why I always use alerts and then exit with an order at that time, because personally I have found that hard stops end up getting executed. I will do trailing stops for my day trades to go ahead and lock in profits if I'm not going to be at my desk to monitor them. All right, and ALGO, IOTA came back. It had a big drawdown to over 50% from the top up here, all the way down to a low of 81 cents. I missed the entry on IOTA, but managed the other two. So happy about that. And ALGO actually seemed to pull back pretty much I felt like this pulled back the least amount because it was always hovering up here, 147, and then it pulled back, and it pulled back about 50% as well. So I take that back. It did pull back 50%. Now they're all in the upward trending motion. So looking to see which one of the cryptos are going to end up really rocking the crypto space. A lot of talk still about the Fed with regulation, USD Tether, big price action. Look at the volume, $242 billion in US Tether. That is more than we have seen in quite a while. So pay attention to things like that. We can do the volume, sort by volume. I believe you can sort by market cap, right? Can't you sort by volume? There we go. So that's the least amount of volume. Who has the most? US Tether. So pay attention to things like that. Does that mean that the US is going to be using US Tether as their digital currency? Potentially. I don't know if it's going through the regulations, but I would keep an eye on that. And then next ones, we're looking down, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance. Those are all, well, Binance USD, stablecoin, Tether, stablecoin. Bitcoin, not stable, right? 18 million in the float, so very, very volatile. Ethereum can be mined, a good network You're able to see the transactions on USD Tether if you go to etherscan.io. So I did discover this, etherscan.io, and you're able to see the really super big transactions. So USD, and it should pop up Tether right there. It's actually up to 101, above par right now on it. So swapped exact tokens. So you can see transfer, Nexio, you're able to see the quantity, and you can also sort here. But look at how many holders. The number of holders is going up and the max supply is set. So where are we going from here? Really, personally, I think that these ISO 2022 coins right over here are ones to really look at with the addition of Flare. Flare will be coming out next month. So keep that in mind. And remember, we can look and see, hey, like who has the lowest circulating supply, right? We should be able to, yeah. So Shiba has the most right now, but it's making a move in the market cap. And who has the lowest circulating supply? Yearn Finance, Bitcoin, Wrapped Bitcoin Maker Compound. You can see who has the lowest amount. And then, hey, we've got Bitcoin right down here. And that's all dropping. Look at how they've all been dropping over the past 7 days. These are really low float ones. Are there any that have really moved to the upside? Anytime that you see a massive drop across the board, it's usually market manipulation. It's usually market manipulation that is going to drop the prices of cryptos, commodities, and stocks. So keep that in mind. I'm going to wrap it up for today. As always, guys, carpe profit. Seize those profits one trade at a time. And I'm off to go get my nails done this afternoon. So I'm going to see if I have time to get the stock segment in after I finish up my training in the training pit at thedarkpools.com. If you want to learn more about trading around the dark pools, come on over, check it out, join me, and I will see you there. Have an amazing day. Bye.